This is the resistance, and we need your...
Right, now, like I said, you're all being taped, you're all going to be featured on the website. You can see the address on the turnbuckle pads there. It's found at www.fwauk.com. And you see what we're doing, we're making new fans of the FWA.
Well, Stevie Aaron just promoting the FWA website, and now it's like he's been interrupted. If I'm not mistaken, it's by a man who also interrupted proceedings yesterday. It is!
Oh! Holt's finest!
Well, apparently,
the Showstealer
at this time,
Cruz, yesterday here at New Frontiers.
The Showstealer
interrupted
Cruz.
A grudge match between Ligero and RJ Singh, turning it into an impromptu triple threat match, which he then went on to win. Cruz has been claiming to anyone who will listen for months that he is the nation's premier flyweight. And well, he seems to have added some credibility to that claim, Joel, with his actions yesterday.
Yeah, the new show stinker. This guy is unbelievably talented. I lived in Hull for 4 years. Hull has never seen anything like this guy before, if you knew what I mean. This will be a 5-star match if he's going to have one. What's he doing out here anyway, Bradshaw?
Well, he's not on my schedule. I have no idea what he's doing out here. He's wearing that championship belt from New Generation Wrestling, which is where he was trained, as you say, in Hull.
Now, for those of you who was here yesterday, when I stepped foot in this building, filled with each and every single one of you stinking, BO-emitting nerds who have come to the Birmingham NEC Expo,
I'll translate for you, Bradshaw.
I came out here and I stated that once again the FWA had not given me the opportunities that I deserved. And so I decided to create my own opportunities. And I stepped into this ring and proved why I'm the best flyweight in Britain today, why I'm the future of professional wrestling when I beat Ligero and Ross RJ Singh. Now, you see, I pinned RJ Singh's shoulders to the mat. 1, 2, 3.
In count.
However, Ligero lost that match by default. Now, you see, as I am proclaiming that I am the future of this industry and that I am the best flyweight in Britain today, it seems only fair that as though I pinned RJ Singh's shoulders to the mat, I should pin Ligero's shoulders to the mat. So right now, I'm issuing a challenge to Ligero. You've got 10 seconds, pal, to get out here, step in this ring, be a man, and face the new generation's wrestling champion, so I can beat you in front of all these sad, pathetic nerds at the Birmingham NEC. You've got 10 seconds, Ligero, to come out here, starting now.
What's a nerd?
10.
It's a nerd. Is he here?
9.
I haven't seen Ligero backstage today.
8.
That's not.
Well, that's not Ligero's
Bollywood dream.
It's the arch nemesis of Ligero, the man who was supposed to have a one-on-one grudge match with him yesterday before Nathan Cruz interfered. Here he is, RJ Singh. What is Singh doing out here?
He doesn't look happy, Bradshaw.
Oh, no doubt he is, and he was pinned yesterday by Cruz.
Has he been working with you?
You know what, Nathan Cruz, Ligero might not be here, but the Bollywood dream, RJ Singh, is here. And I don't know who the hell you think you are, but one cheap and quick victory over me does not make you king of the flyweights. You see, you've stepped right into the middle of a war between me and El Ligero, something you have no business being in. And you may think that you are the Showstealer of British wrestling, but Singh is king.
Not happy.
Singh is king? Listen here, pal. I know I'm the Showstealer. And the Showstealer pinned the king's shoulders to the mat yesterday. 1, 2, 3. Now you might want to step out here and think you can challenge me, but let's face it, look at you. You're not dressed to wrestle. I'm not even going to waste my time on you again. The only person I want to beat here today in front of these idiots is El Ligero. So if you won't mind stepping out of the ring and stepping out of my business. Now, where was I? 8, 7, 6.
You ready for 5?
5,
Well, 5.
4.
Well, Cruz continues to count
3.
down. Singh has retreated to
He's
ringside.
a clever lad.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Well, our soundtrack has started El Ligero's music.
hey, arriba!
Yes, he is! He is the Mexican sensation! And in my view, despite the result of the flyweight title round robin tournament, the best flyweight in the UK today, the luchador himself, El Ligero.
We'll agree to differ on that, Bradshaw. Esto y hoy como hablo, hables y contigo, FWA!
Do you make that up or do you speak Spanish?
No, I'm Hugo Ross today.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Los Angeles, Mexico. Weighing in at 10 stone, this is the Mexican sensation, El Ligero.
Right, 6 now.
Joel, one thing you'll learn as soon as you get initiated into this feud between Ligero and Singh is that wherever El Ligero is, RJ Singh is. Singh is completely obsessed.
Season 1, he's practically spent most of the show sat here with you. I just think it's too cheap to buy a ticket. He just wants a ringside seat. In fact, he could replace you.
Just thinking, given how good you were at Spanish, maybe you could go and work for a Spanish radio station because, you know, most of the British ones have fired you now.
When was the last time you were on Radio 1, Bradshaw?
I phoned in once. Anyway, it looks like we're going to have this match between Ligero and Cruz. As Cruz was very keen to point out, he did indeed pin RJ Singh's shoulders to the mat yesterday. If he could do the same against El Ligero today, it would further cement his claim to be in line for a title shot against whoever wins that flyweight title round robin decider later today. Rockstar Spud and the Wonder Kid Johnny Storm still coming up before we are done here in the NEC.
And the much anticipated debut of David DeVille, Bradshaw, the Queen's footman.
Well, it remains to be seen. David DeVille was supposed to make his debut yesterday against Leroy Kincaid. Instead, he sprung a surprise on the leader of the Resistance, putting him in against the monster Colossus.
Making you wait. You always want it too soon.
I can't begin to tell you how much it rankles to see that man hold the World Heavyweight Championship belt when he hasn't even wrestled a single match.
He hasn't even debuted yet.
Ridiculous, completely ridiculous. Right, collar and elbow tie up by Ligero and Cruz. We've already seen a couple of other young up-and-comers today in the adrenaline division. I'm sure Cruz would tell you he's at the very front of the line in terms of new blood here.
That is fashion in Hull, by the way, that Nathan's wearing.
But one trouser leg and one short leg.
Yeah, that is right. That is that. You know, you go out in Hull on Ferrens Way on a Friday night. That is what people are wearing.
I've never been to Hull, and I can't say meeting someone like Nathan Cruz fills me with any particular need to do so.
Beautiful head scissors.
So I might go to Mexico though, because El Ligero showing just how great that lucha style can be. He's got a cover.
2.
Only 2. Cruz out, and Cruz has retreated to ringside to regroup.
Now he's got to go and sign on. That's what they do in Hull as well.
Behave yourself.
Well,
Ligero trying to...
see, that's a cocky attitude. He thinks he's so much better than everybody else.
I thought it was pretty good tactics to changed plans in mid-air when he saw that Cruz knew he was coming. He held onto the ropes.
That's a bit like darts. You're going for the treble 20, and at the last minute you decide to go for treble 1. Shut up, Bradshaw.
I suppose darts is big up north as well, is it?
Oh, darts is big up north. Unbelievable.
Tough little match for Ligero, this, because of course he's got to have eyes in the back of his head with RJ Singh at ringside. And for a while at the end of last year, it looked like he only had one eye at the front of his head after that incident where Singh stabbed him in one of the eyes with a pair of scissors. Look at Singh completely expressionless on the outside. As Cruz goes for that vertical suplex, gets countered into the ropes, rolls back. Ligero was going for a pin attempt. Well, Cruz, I think, is counting his chickens a little here. Ligero waiting for him. Ducks the clothesline and a crossbody. Cover again. Leg is hooked. And Cruz out. You're not
going to get him with a high cross body block.
Ligero standing moonsault. Cover again. I tell you, Cruz is in trouble here. He's just about clinging on by his fingernails in this match.
Can you go out and get us a couple of Coronas? Make yourself useful.
I'm not your waiter.
Where's the butler? Simmons. Does he still work here?
No.
You're
about 5 years late.
I was watching the YouTube channel from FWA. Where's Francesca?
Francesca Wood is here today.
Oh, absolutely Wood.
I think she's a little bit out of your league. Just saying.
Yeah.
Nathan Cruz, meanwhile, trying to prove he is very much in the league of El Ligero, and maybe he is. He's turned this one around in the past 30 seconds or so. Saw him ramming Ligero's face. That's the second time now into the turnbuckle. No, he's choking. Well, that's illegal. Referee Chris Roberts trying to break that hold. He has a count of 5 to do so, and in typical Nathan Cruz style, only does it at 4.
I'd love to be in that ring. You've got Wales versus Hull versus Mexico.
I'd love to see you get in that ring.
Carry on like you had it, Bradshaw.
It'd be highly entertaining. Covered by Cruz this time. Bit of inexperience showing there. Didn't hook the leg. Didn't get enough body-on-body contact. Ligero able to kick out, but it exerted quite a bit of energy there. He's wearing him down, is Cruz. Off that top rope. Some innovative offense, a rope-assisted side suplex. Ligero is hurting here as Cruz again goes for the cover. This time he does hook the leg, but Ligero is not finished yet.
The little Mexican's fading here. He's done. Trying to get crowd behind him here.
RJ Singh continues to watch in the corner, arms folded with a look of utter disdain towards his arch nemesis El Ligero.
Look at that face, like a beekeeper's glove.
Irish whip attempt reversed by Cruz. Ligero ducks a clothesline again. There's a brutal knee from the young man from Hull. Cruz, of course, getting that Showstealer name after winning it in a match against Alex Shane up in Hull last June. Shane since adopting a much darker character. Less said about that, the better.
There's no point speaking to him, he can't understand a word you're saying.
I don't know who I understand more of, Ligero or Cruz.
Yeah.
Boot to the chest from Ligero. He's trying to charge into the corner. Cruz has got him on his shoulders. Ligero super kick to the jaw. Knocks the gum out of Nathan Cruz's mouth and maybe a couple of teeth as well. Leg is hooked. Cover. Cover. He's got him. No, he hasn't.
And you fooled there, Bradshaw. He was waiting to that very last second. That's how they do it in Hull, you know. You don't want to come too soon. He's teasing El Ligero. He's got him anytime he wants him.
Well, I thought Cruz was taking a gamble challenging El Ligero today. He could have instantly cut off the momentum he gained from pinning Singh yesterday, but he's held his own here up to now. Oh, then what's Singh doing? Singh's on the ring apron. Look at him distracting El Ligero. Well, no wonder Cruz was able to grab him. Cruz able to counter, dropped him, but now he's picked up Ligero. He's got him powered onto his shoulder. Great straight from Cruz. Takes him down with the one night stand. That's an old Alex Shane move. There's the cover. Ligero kicked out. I tell you, Nathan Cruz isn't used to people kicking out of that.
I was just about to say, stick a line in him. He's done. But I'll save that one for you, Bradshaw. You can have that one.
This is where I wonder if Cruz inside is regretting the unpleasant words he had for this crowd, because they're starting to get behind El Ligero and be like a second man in the corner. Ligero needs one with Singh at ringside.
They don't like him.
Well, nor do I, frankly.
He's a good man. He's a fashion icon in East Yorkshire.
I'm sure he is.
The longer this match goes, the more it will favour El... Oh, hello.
I was going to say, I thought he was maybe going for a top rope DDT. Either way, he dropped Nathan Cruz on his front. Ligero was precariously poised. He knew he had to fight his way out of that situation, and maybe he has. Ligero, the double-footed stomp right between the shoulder blades of Nathan Cruz. Ligero is smelling blood now. Lining up for the C4L, perhaps. And he gets it! Cruz is out cold.
In the middle of the ring.
Ligero must have this.
He's got it.
That's
One, two. Well,
let's Singh.
Singh.
RJ Singh right in front of us, pulling the referee out. What are you doing? Well, Chris Roberts throwing him out. RJ Singh has no reason to be here.
He's watching the match from ringside.
Ludicrous. Oh, Ligero! Goodness me, El Ligero over the top rope, just wiped out the Bollywood dream.
He hit his head badly there, Bradshaw.
We said earlier, no padding at ringside.
Yeah, he is clutching that head. Should have seen the impact from right where I'm sitting now.
Just a couple of yards in front of us, where RJ Singh hit the ground. And Cruz with a boot to the head of Ligero. That's another head injury.
Go up, Singh. He does not well.
Well, I'm sure he has a whole posse of manservants waiting outside. Neither of these men are moving now. That was a brutal kick from Cruz on Ligero as well. Referee's up to 8. Ligero needs to get back in the ring, and he hasn't. He hasn't done so.
Nathan proves he's the best again. Holds finest.
I don't believe it.
Oh, here we
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen, here is your winner as a result of a count-out, the Showstealer, Nathan Cruz.
This is your cue, Bradshaw. Your cue. Cheap win.
Hang on, Cruz, that's on mic. I'll tell you exactly what I think in a second.
Hey, the
Show stolen.
Nathan Cruz has indeed stolen the show, and I do mean stolen, for a second consecutive day. First, pinning RJ Singh, and then via countout on day 2 of New Frontiers, beating El Ligero and making a statement that Nathan Cruz intends to make FWA the season 2, the season of the Showstealer.
This is the resistance, and we need your